Hit that subscribe button, guys, for the latest in boxing. He seems angry. Seriously angry. I could feel it. Being angry before a fight, I don't know if that's the best way of approaching a fight. There's tension that he shouldn't be wasting on being angry or upset. If he's angry, let him continue to be angry. I hope he gets angrier. He's definitely upset about something. It doesn't take much to know what. Parker and his handlers have been confused. Yes. I think it will make him dangerous, but it won't be in a controlled way. If he comes on the attack, he won't be thinking as clear if he's angry. I'm cold-blooded. Everything is thought about in my head properly. They told us to face off and told us to split, but he wouldn't move, so I didn't move as well. I thought I'll just stare. He backed away. I think I've been victorious out of the ring. Now I have to be victorious inside of the ring. So that is what Joseph Parker said earlier this afternoon to media. He believes that Anthony Joshua is angry. And as you can see, he says that he believes, he hopes that AJ gets angrier. Mr. Clark Kent, aka Superman, looking here. He said he hopes that AJ gets angrier because when fighters fight angry or emotional, a lot of times they make mistakes because they're not thinking about the game plan. They're not thinking about proper technique. They're just trying to knock their opponent out because they're angry at their opponent. They want to go in there and just brutally knock out the guy, and they don't think about defense. Meanwhile, their opponent is doing their game plan, and they take advantage of that. I mean, look at when Amir Khan fought Danny Garcia. Amir Khan was very angry when he fought Danny Garcia, and he could have easily, in my opinion, outboxed Danny Garcia, but he was trying to knock Danny Garcia's head off. He was fighting toe-to-toe with Danny Garcia because he was pissed off at all the shit that Danny Garcia's father said leading up to that fight. And look what happened. He was fighting emotional instead of smart, instead of being the boxer, and he was fighting toe-to-toe with Danny Garcia, and he got knocked the fuck out with a hook that Danny Garcia threw with his eyes fucking closed. And Khan having no chin was a recipe for disaster. So I guess Parker feels like, if Joshua gets in here angry, he'll make mistakes, and Parker will be able to capitalize on it and make him pay for it. And yeah, again, this is good that Joseph Parker thinks like this, because he should have this mentality, take advantage of all the opportunities that a fighter has. If a fighter has a weak chin, aim for his chin. If a fighter has weak endurance, go to throw body shots. It's gonna affect him later on in the fight, especially in the second half of the fight. If he's angry, take advantage of that. Make him come forward. He's gonna be throwing wild. Make him pay with counters. So again, I think that's good that Joshua thinks this way, because that Parker thinks this way. But again, Joshua is a professional, and I don't think that someone saying that he has a glass chin would affect him so much to a point that he would, not focus on his game plan. When Dillian White fought Joshua, if you remember, Dillian White was going around saying that he was accusing Joshua of being on steroids. He was saying he's the king of steroids, I believe. He was saying something like that. And I remember Joshua was talking about that, and people were back then saying, oh, Joshua seems annoyed, but that didn't stop him from beating Dillian White, did it? So no, I don't think these kind of things affect a fighter. I think it affects some fighter. For example, I think it affects Amir Khan. I think Amir Khan right now is going to go into the, Phil LaGreco fight very emotional, because all the shit that Phil LaGreco said to Amir Khan in that press conference pissed off Amir Khan. It's just Amir Khan is an emotional man. He's going to fight in there, instead of fighting smart, he's going to fight dumb against Phil LaGreco, and he might get his ass knocked out again, just like he did against Danny Garcia, because, what's his name? Amir Khan is not, emotionally stable. But I think, and that's why, remember when he felt that his wife was having an affair with Joshua, he was tweeting, because he's not stable. He doesn't think before he does. He reacts. Joshua, though, I think he's not a little bit more. He's not. I don't think he's like that. I don't get that, type of vibe or feeling from him. Again, maybe he's like that behind the scenes, but I don't think he's like that. So I don't think it's gonna affect him. But who knows? I might be totally wrong. Maybe he goes in there angry. Maybe Joseph Parker knows what he's talking about. Maybe Joseph Parker makes him pay, and maybe, Joseph Parker ends up winning. Joshua says some interesting, no, not interesting, but Joshua said that, when they asked him, do you ever get afraid of losing? Do you ever get afraid of losing? Joshua says, yeah, and that's why he's always training. And, there's a lot of pressure on Joshua, because when you are perceived as an immortal god, nobody could beat you. Me and any other boxing fan who is logical, and who's not dumb, realizes that Joshua is not immortal. We see the flaws. We could see that he gets hit. We could see that he gashes out. We could see that he gets dropped. We could see that he is flawed. That he is a flawed fighter. But, we got these Joshua fanboys that they don't say that. Well, they see that, but they turn a blind eye to that because they want to act like Joshua is this immortal being and nobody could beat him. But, me and you know better than that. Parker realizes this. And this is why Parker, talks about his flaws. This might even be Parker's way of trying to get confidence for himself, because he's saying that, he hopes Joshua comes in this fight angry. So maybe in his mind, that gives him more confidence. He feels like, well, if Joshua comes in more angry, that's going to give me the more advantages. So it might be a way to boost his own self-confidence. But yeah. That's all I have to say, guys. Hit the video. Subscribe for daily boxing videos. I'm out. Thanks for watching.